Hello, 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 everybody. I am back, y'all. Got a little bit of more tea for you guys. Y'all come in, come in. Thank y'all so much for joining the live. Really appreciate you so much. Um, I just planned this about like 30 minutes. I said, let me pop on, talk about this. And I am getting up off of here. I am gonna be done for the day. That's it, that's all. But yes, y'all, please come in. Thank you so much for joining the live. Please make sure you hit that like, share, and subscribe button for your girl. And if you're catching this on the replay, thank you so much and welcome. Make sure you also hit that like, share, and subscribe. We have this 10-minute mark, and I will be right back. Hello, 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 y'all. How y'all doing? Welcome back. Hey, Miss Sylvia. Hey, Miss Salt and Light. She says, hey, everybody. Y'all come on in and hit the like, share, and subscribe button for you, girl. Um, this probably won't be that long, not unless y'all care to debate. That is just fine with me, but I'm just saying, but yeah, y'all come on in, come in. We are at our 10-minute mark, y'all. So let me pop back up here for a few minutes, child, because Lord, I tell y'all, ooh, I think I just saved the mess. It's all mess, y'all. I'm gonna save it for last. But mm, child, I tell you, every time you think the YouTube street has calmed down, y'all, it seems like all holy hell just breaks loose again, y'all. Oh my goodness. But anyway, y'all, little update with the Diddy trial here. It was being said, shout out to Tisa Tales and Nancy Grace. But it was being said that Diddy's legal team, y'all, has doxxed Mia in court. Y'all heard what I said. His legal team, Brian Steele, has doxxed Mia in court, child. I said, Lord have mercy. It said that the people in the overflow room is not supposed to be able to see her. Mm. So I'm trying to figure out how that happened. Some people were saying, was it meant, or was it an accident, or what really happened? Child, I don't know. The judge is saying like it was probably an accident, and for the most part, the people were saying that they don't think that it meant to happen, or whatever. But child, I thought everybody knew, synced who this girl Mia was, and all of the above, child. Oh. I don't think she'll be hard to identify slash find, none of that. Hey, Miss Maria, thank you for popping in, my mod. She says, good evening, squad. It's a G thing. Join the live, catch the vibe, tap the screen, and don't cost a thing. Subscribe, support, $ G Strickland, egg, super chat, super sticker, and share. Join the squad for $2.99. Greatly appreciate y'all so much. I see y'all up over here. Please come in and join the live chat. It's okay. Make sure you hit the like, share, and subscribe button. Consider giving somebody, a membership. Greatly appreciate it. Do something over here. I mean, you're here. Can you do something? Oh Lord Jesus. Your girl be working hard, y'all. I've been working hard trying to get all this stuff to iron itself back out. But a little bit of help every now and again won't hurt. I greatly appreciate y'all. Um, Miss Sonia says, hello everyone. Miss Maria says, house rules, no CC's names, initials only. Use nicknames for strike happy, use creative spelling for cursing. Over here we agree to disagree. On discourse only, all is alleged. Yes, that part. But yeah, y'all, they saying that the thing that not only did she get destroyed in the courtroom, her identity, she got doxxed. Hey y'all, the block is hot. Yes, Miss Candy, the block is so hot, child. Child, I don't know if I'll be going to come. I said, well, let me just pop on over here, y'all. I know y'all done seen it. We can spin the block on, y'all know how we do. Whatever we be talking about, we spin the block on it. Y'all got something y'all wanna add to. That's what we can do. Miss Maria says that Sonia, Miss Cheryl, at Sylvia, Salt and Light. Hey, friends. Yes, all of that right there. So I know. I know y'all. It's all over the YouTube, y'all. I know y'all seen it, but y'all know how I do. I got to come up in here and hear y'all's opinions, thoughts, and all of that, and we can discuss it. And we're just gonna move on with our day. So, y'all, um, is 10 the only number that these people can go? Well, no, not 10. It's gone more than 10. Let me not say that. But getting into it, Maurice Scott is said that he was served, y'all, on the 5/30/2025. I hope I don't get these dates mixed up. And Carlos, did I write his down? I thought I did. I evidently didn't write his down. But anyway, He was served as well, and they said it's got till June. I think it's the 20th, 2025 to respond to this here $10 million lawsuit, people. It's being said that along with Maurice, Carlos, Warner Brothers, Discovery, AT&T, Kingdom Reign, child, all these here folks is being sued, y'all. Child, all of this right here. Now I know y'all got an opinion, and I'm saying lawsuit after lawsuit after lawsuit after lawsuit, child. But y'all, these people be talking, and I guess they think, or maybe they be forgetting about people comes in people's chats with fake pages and all of that stuff, y'all. Mm. But that lady anonymous, not our anonymous T, not our anonymous T, y'all. Please don't put that lady out there. She's not doing anything. It's the other lady named Anonymous is suing these people. I don't know if there's I think it's some more people on this lawsuit as well, but I do know Carlos King was served, Maurice Scott has been served, and I did say they got until June the 20th to respond. Along with Warner Brothers, Discovery, AT&T, Kingdom Reign. I don't think I missed nobody. I was trying to catch it, y'all. But if y'all caught in it, if I left one off, it couldn't be maybe one more. Along with I think some more people, content creators that was on YouTube, y'all. This is so crazy. Um, Miss Salt Knight says, "Hey, Maria, blessings to you this magnificent Monday." Miss Salt Knight says, "Who is suing?" Yes, it's the lady Anonymous, not our Anonymous T. I got to keep repeating that because for some reason the people want to throw her into stuff and they're getting these two people's mixed up, and it's not her, y'all. It is not that Anonymous T. It's not her. Miss Science says that's not the older lady. That's the crazy lady, right? Yeah, that's the crazy lady. She's an older lady, Miss Sonia. Okay, yep, the crazy lady. Miss Candace says I applaud her for going after all them CKs, Charlie Brown, Kingdom Reign, Own, and Discover. Yeah, I think I said Discovery too. Hey, Miss Healing Beautiful, how are you? Welcome back. But yeah, I just wanted to come on here, y'all. Mm-hmm. And see y'all thoughts on this, what y'all think about this mess. It's crazy. I don't know exactly when the court dates is gonna hit. I just got off and started searching, listening and roaming around the YouTube streets, and that was what I heard. So Miss Candace says making it stick is questionable. I totally agree. Miss Candy, if when the court date comes and if this is what she's going to talk about, I don't know how far she's gonna get with this right here. Miss Salt Nice says, why is she suing? I'm out of the loop. Miss Candace says it's the attorney. Yes, absolutely. Maria says at Hillen, hey friend, how you been? Well, Miss Salt and Light, I myself have been on YouTube for just right at a year, just at a year, with my channel and stuff. And so I'd say maybe a year and a month. I'll say that. And before I actually started my YouTube channel, I used to visit other people's channels, and there was this one particular lady. Her name was Anonymous, and whenever the show came on, we all got stuck and still stuck and trying to crawl our way up out of this sector that has become so dark. Well, this particular lady, her name is Anonymous. Anonymous, as I said, she would go from panel to panel to panel to panel to panel to panel. She acted as if no one knew anything about narcissism and all of the above. I myself dealt with somebody that was a narc, so I knew something. And she would be on everybody's channel saying this and saying that, and and telling about the show, and talking about Mel and Martell, and all this here kind of stuff, child. And if you try to voice your opinion, she will say that you are, what she would call us, um, flying monkeys. She would be like, you're flying monkeys if you necessarily didn't agree with everything that she said. She just went to people's channel, and more or less, they was nice enough to let her up there and talk. But my goodness, you would have thought that it was her channel, because like I said, she was going from place to place to place to place, and the people was thinking that she was a nice lady, and they would just let her up on the panel and all of that stuff. So basically, she's suing Carlos and all this and stuff, and the people's pertaining to the show. The show was being discussed on different channels and panels and all that stuff. I don't really know about the in the background and all that stuff. Some people saying some stuff was spoken. I wasn't in that. I don't know nothing about that. I'm just speaking of my experience and what I seen of the lady. Um, it got so bad, when you wanted to go and hear one of your content creators that you enjoyed, and you go over there to their channel and you get hurt, it became overwhelming for me. I just learned to distance myself, because everybody has an opinion. I tell y'all, when y'all come over here, y'all got something y'all want to talk about. You're going through something, you just want to share. That's fine, but be respectful to other people, and and let them talk or whatever. But like I said, if you be like, gee, I'm having a bad day today, can I come up on the panel? I would like to share. I don't have no problem with that. I'm not about to stop nobody. I'm not. Nobody's going to interrupt you. We're going to be here to love on you and support you. But this particular lady right here, that was out of the question, because she has to be right at all times. But it is said that she is an attorney, um, and she's not supposed to be on YouTube anymore. But like I said, people be in disguise, and they be going from channel to channel still as of today. So, people just have to be careful with dealing with this kind of stuff. Let's see. Remember, it says something like uh, Miss Sonia says that Candy. She also put AT&T and others. Yeah, I thought I said AT&T, Miss Sonia. Um, Miss Helen says, "Hi, Maria." Miss Candy says she complained of being doxxed. You talking about Miss Anonymous, Miss Candy? I think something about Maurice child, Maurice Scott child. Lord, these folk gonna be like, Lord, where did this dude come from? One is just as bad as the other. All of this stuff could have been prevented. What I saw, it started with this here giving FDD award, some kind of award, and it's just like everything blew out of proportion. Um, y'all know that Maurice did some things with Miss Black Titanic that he shouldn't have did along with I think it was this lady Anonymous and this other CC content creator. I don't be bothering nobody. I be out here listening, y'all. Prayers up to all of these people, y'all. $10 million, child. Ooh, this is ridiculous. How blown out of proportion all of this stuff has gotten, and it didn't have to go there. And then she was talking about how she helped save Mel's life because she was the only person in the world that knew some information about a narc, dealing with a narc. Um, I heard Mel name, and we talk all the time, y'all, and then I just wish they leave that lady alone. If you gonna sue somebody for whatever you think they done to you, stop mentioning Mel's name. Lord, child, I don't, y'all, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know how Mel is still even here. I don't get it. I don't know, y'all. Every time you turn around, her name is being mixed into something. Lord knows I feel that when she decided that she wanted to be on TV, made that discussion at that time with her then said husband, Martell Holt, y'all, we can't leave him out. Mel didn't have no idea that it would get like it is today. Child is so ugly and it is so dark and it is so crazy. It is just really crazy, y'all. Miss Jersey Girl says, I remember her. She was a hot mess. Child sound like still one. I don't know. Miss Candy says, yes. Miss Jersey Girl says that Maria, she says, hey sis. Maria says she was on everybody channel. Everybody, every day. She has a takeover spirit. She has damn near sued everybody in the sector. Mm. Miss Candy says, that was not true. What was not true, Miss Candy? Um, but that's how I remember that lady. When I first got up there and I got my nerves up, y'all, and I would get on, different people panel that I was enjoying. And I thought she was a pretty nice lady and stuff until, she like, you can be up here, but your opinion ain't finna matter right now. It was one of those type things. And people would be in the chat rah-rahing and going at that lady because she wouldn't let nobody talk. You calling people, she kept calling us flying monkeys, like I said, because we had an opinion. How dare you? People were going off, y'all. It was like every channel you would go to just to listen to some content, she would be there. I myself learned a whole lot about narcissism, narcs, or whatever y'all want to call them, because I listened to Harry O Over the Top. He has a YouTube channel along with a whole bunch of other people that's in that sector that talks about dealing with a narc and all kinds of stuff. Now, I don't know if that lady has ever dealt with one, where she was getting her information from. I don't know. But for me, a lot of information and a lot of the knowledge that I do know, because at the time I was going through something, dealing with somebody that was another whole Martell. You would say he would have been Martell's twin, maybe a little tad bit worse than Martell at the time. Um, I would listen to these people, y'all, all the day, all the time, trying to get an understanding, trying to get some more knowledge, trying to see what I saw. Did that happen? I was just over there listening to the people on their channel over there because they was talking about something that I felt like I might have been dealing with. So it was very interesting to me. But like I said, even though I was there listening to Harry O and some other people getting their knowledge, and because 9 times out of 10, all those people over there on that sector that does talk about being with a narc, dealing with narcissism and all of that, they have actually dealt with it themselves. So they're on their channel. They have channels, y'all. They up there telling their stories. They're getting more and more and more. I mean, it's not only black people, it's clear people, it's Asian people, it's all kinds of people that's in the world that has these channels, and that's all they talk about is narcissism. Child, I be like, I looked the other day and Harry O came across my news feed, and I was like, my goodness. And a few more of people over there. I said, is they still talking about it? How much of a narcissistic person can you talk about? Because child, they was putting it out there. But I guess y'all, everybody has a different story. And that's what's making the wheels go round and round and round. And yes, they're still over there talking about it. So if anybody ever want to hear, I started out with Harry O Over the Top. Um, yeah, he's probably. I don't think he go as live as much as he was maybe 3, 4 years ago, but he still exists and he's still on the thing. I saw him Friday night. He was on. Um, Miss Candy says that she was the only one that knew what a narc was. She thought she was the expert. However, yep, she thought she was the expert. Miss Sonia says she drove me crazy reading. It seemed like a book on narcissism. Child, I got wore out and tired. I mean, I couldn't. And if you just let me explain this, and if I sent you this, if you could post this right here and put that, and the people was, trying to educate people, trying to do it, thinking that they helping somebody. But y'all, these people had no idea that it would be here today. They had no idea that it would have gotten this big, y'all. $10 million big. Whoa, that is freaking crazy. Miss Maria says, yes, she was very bossy. She had everybody fooled for a while. I thought she was a CC. Then found out she was just a subby. And people would ask her, did she have a channel? No. Um, why you don't have a channel? Seem like you should have a channel. And she really could have one, but just in another name for all we know, y'all. I don't know, but I just tell y'all, when we get out here on these YouTube streets, and for Miss Helen, she said the other day, maybe yesterday, I think, I'm not sure, she wanted to start her YouTube channel. Miss Helen, don't let this stuff discourage you. If that's what you want to do, you keep pushing and you pray. Um, it's looking like to me on YouTube, y'all, regardless of how careful you try to be, everybody gets a turn. Everybody gets a turn. That's what it seems like to me. And I had asked that question. I was like, well, dog, do everybody have to get a turn on YouTube? Do people have to create and come after people that ain't bothering nobody? A lot of people were answering my question, and the answer was yes. So yeah, y'all, that is what's going on. Like I said, it is what it is. I'm learning every day more and more that you have to try to dodge the bullet. Stay If I visit somebody's channel, y'all, I don't be in these people's chat. I hit the like button, and that's it. That's what they need from me. They need me to hit the like button. And that's what I do. I hit the like button. I might listen for a few minutes and I'm gone. 9 times out of 10, I don't stay that long. I'll just because I'm trying to, it's a lot of stuff to learn and figure out and all that kind of stuff, and YouTube and StreamYard and stuff, they be steady doing updates and making changes and stuff. They don't send you no guideline or none of that kind of stuff with it. So you're kind of trying to like learning as you go. And with all of that, trying to learn as much as you can about the StreamYard and YouTube and stuff. Child, you got a family, you go home, you might have to tidy up the house, you cook you some dinner or whatever, you take a shot. Child, it's time to go to bed. Nobody got time for all that there rah-rah and fussing and cussing out people, child. You don't even know, ain't never seen them. Probably, well, at the rate they with this court stuff is going, you might end up seeing them. But yes, child, it's just so bad. I guess. Oh, I don't feel no ways tired about Carlos King. I don't. Did he allow this whole situation with Mel and Martell's divorce get blown out of proportion? Did it go too far? Absolutely. Could he have said to Martell, if you gonna do this on my show, you about to be fired? There were so many ways that he could have controlled Martell. I'm gonna have to say it like it is. Control Martell and his attitude and his antics and all of this and kind of stuff. But child, she was saying um that it was she that gave Mel the information that she needed to get away from Martell. Um, she saved Mel, her mama, and the children. I said, Lord, child. Y'all gonna be hearing this for probably for the next couple of days. And whenever them court papers hit, people probably gonna be reading that stuff. I don't care to do that. I'll listen. And we might come over here and talk about it or whatever, but spending money on something that ain't my business, child. I just don't see myself doing that. I'm like Forrest Gump. That don't make no kind of sense to me at all. Child, I cannot. But I don't know what this lady, child, mental illness is so real, y'all. Mental illness is so real. And people can hide behind these microphones, y'all. This internet, they could be anybody in the world that they want to be. Do anything in the world that they think they big and bad enough to do. They think nobody ain't gonna never catch them. I ain't gonna get caught. I'm just gonna keep on doing this right here. I'm gonna keep on doing till I can't do it no more. And here they is today, $10 million lawsuit. I didn't hear Martell name mention. And that's another thing, y'all. And y'all know I'm not lying. If I am, y'all call me out anytime. Y'all just call me out. Hey, Miss Sexy Diva Beautiful. He condoned hotels behavior. I totally agree with you, Miss Healing. But every time something come out about this evil show, why do the people tend to leave out the key player? Why, y'all? Why they keep leaving him out? The creator. And I'm not talking about Carlos. It was Martell that was married. It was Martell that made the decision in his mind that he wanted to go out there and he wanted to cheat on his wife. Y'all, why people be forgetting all that stuff? When I tell y'all, every time something pop off, child, I don't hear them people take Martell in the mix or nothing. I'm trying to figure out why. Why Martell ain't being called out? Why y'all always got to throw Mel up in there? Why? Child, that lady want to be left alone. It's one lawsuit after another. Mm. Miss Sonya says hello at Healing and Sexy Diva. Miss Healing says hi, Sexy Diva. Miss Healing says hi, Sonya. Faith says I hope she got money because they are big companies who going to sue her. Miss Maria says they leave knockout because they are trying to vilify male. And Sexy Diva says hello at Maria. And that's what I mean, y'all. That's the part that's hard for me. The people that create stuff, it seems like they just get a pat on the back. And that's it, and that's all. No, nothing else happened to them. It's like all the holy hell that they have created and all the chaos, they just walk free. It's like walking through a burning building from the front door to out the back door and never get touched by the fire. I mean, I'm trying to get the understanding of it. Miss Can Sexy Diva, I was talking about Mia got doxxed in the Diddy court case today. And then I was talking about these here lawsuits that anonymous lady, letting the people over here know that, Carlos King has been served along with Maurice. But I was trying to figure out why male name always end up in somebody's mouth when it was Martell Holt that has created all of this chaos. All of it. Miss Candy says, unfortunately, to CK let his feelings for Hotel impede from doing the right thing, which is firing him from the beginning. 1000% agree. Miss Maria says that Faith, hey girl, she even included a police force in Florida. Mm, mm. I think I must have left before I heard that one, Miss Maria. But if y'all heard something that I didn't mention, I mean, y'all are more than welcome to share, discuss. I mean, it's out there. Miss Helen says, Candy, I agree. Miss Maria says, at Sexy Diva talking about the lawsuit filed by Anonymous the attorney. Um, Miss Sexy Diva says that hello at Healing and at Sonya. Miss Healing says he's too broke to sue. They ain't ever stopped nobody before, Miss Healing. I mean, I don't see why she left Martell hold out. I mean, do y'all do that seem like don't that kind of seem like personal? I mean, I'm trying to figure out when I say personal, I'm trying to figure out and make it make some kind of sense. How did she throw herself into this like that? I mean, she kind of reminded me of somebody else, y'all. Is it sounding like from what y'all have heard, because it's all over YouTube, do it sound like her feelings maybe have been hurt or something? Do you? Because I know at when people begin to open up their eyes and see, and it was probably losing some subscribers alone, y'all. I think it got to the point where people didn't allow her to get on their panel anymore. So do y'all think that all of this is behind her feelings being hurt? Because I did hear them saying that the show was discussed on different panels channel, different CC's channel. Um, I mean, I'm just asking. I wish I could make it make sense. Child, Lord have mercy. But like I said, y'all, I do not. I don't feel no ways tired for Carlos nor Maurice. I don't. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. When I think of Maurice being sued, I think back to that day when he sat up there and he had on his fake suit and no briefcase, and he was shooting his shot, popping his chest and all of that. He wanted that public apology, y'all. That's what stands out the most to me. Take it down. He said, I want a public apology. Yo, dude, who you think you is? So, when all of this is said and done and said, you're going to give these people that you have bothered, you're going to give these people a public apology on the YouTube streets? I'll wait. I mean, if it's good for you, it should be good for them as well. I'm just asking. Um, Miss Helen says, I think when they went after BT is when everything jumped off. Miss Maria says, in my opinion, this lawsuit is going to blow up in her face. Miss Maria, I sure hope she got a little bit more of what I heard. Maybe I left too soon. Maybe I left the courtroom too soon. But I'm just saying, y'all, I hope she have a whole lot more than what I've heard that's on the paper. I really pray to God, that she do. If she taking somebody to court and suing for $10 million, it kind of sound like the lady inserted herself into a marital situation that just happened to play out on TV, but you really didn't have nothing to do with it, lady. I mean, and I did hear some people say write a book or something and make some money from it. She could have did that. I don't know. I don't know, y'all. What y'all think? I think it's too far, y'all. All of this stuff is going. It's just been blown out of proportion. Miss Maria says the same as he wanted Mel to apologize for disparaging him allegedly lying. Mm. Miss Candy says she originally actually workies in a capacity to be helpful. Later, the ties turned on her and beefing amongst CC's. I wonder, does she think she is averaging male by suing? I am too, Miss Helen. I am as well. I don't know. Child, who's sitting around with $10 million? Miss Maria says that it's like LGB. She's accusing people of what she has been doing. Some of the alleged former partners in a crime have turned on her in these YouTube streets. Mm, mm, mm. Miss Sexy Diva says, well, Butterball did illegal illegal got their information, but the CC, I don't get that. I don't get it either, y'all. I wish I could snap my finger, y'all, and just make it peace and fun, y'all. Just fun for everybody. Everybody just laugh on their channel or just go to somebody else's channel. It's like when you turn on your YouTube and you want to support other CCs just to give them a like button, child, you get kind of nervous because you're not like, what's gonna pop off if I go in there? If I just go, what am I gonna hear? And it shouldn't be like that. Miss Candace is right at Maria. It's just it's just gotten to be too much, y'all. Look at Mel. Mel was on that other show. I forgot the name of it. Was it on Nubian, where she played that dude, that fine brother's wife? Ooh, I know he married. Don't y'all judge me. But Mel played in her to Claudia. Child, that show ain't popped off like this mess right here. Child, the people went over there, watched the show. I wish it was more of that show that we could look at, y'all. That'll be something for us to talk about and laugh. It was funny to me. I really enjoyed that show. I was enjoying that LA whatever when it first came on until it went left. When it went left, it's evil. I don't want to be with no evilness and all of that stuff. Marissa sadly Cece's had ignored her and attempted to move on, but that only caused her ranting to escalate. Mm, she felt like she was being ignored. Um, so, Miss Maria, do you think that she was hoping and sitting in the background, waiting for the people that she used to go on their panels to come out and say, "Come on back out and join us. Let that mess go. You are welcome." I mean, what? She don't need the people to tell her she welcome. It's free YouTube street. You get up there if you want to. Marriage Mansion, absolutely. I love that movie. It was so good, y'all. Mm. Um. Miss Candy says the show is over. The old beef need to stop. People need to move. Just move on. Move on, y'all. Y'all know how long this $10 million lawsuit can last? And that mess continue to be in people's heart, mind, and spirit and all of that stuff. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Miss Helen says they also doxed her. It's real dirty in the back. Ooh, girl, not in the singing in the background. Mm. Miss Marissa's, in my opinion, by the time this is over with, she's gonna wish they had ignored her. Mm. I don't know, y'all, what kind of evidence this lady got. None of my business. I don't know how long it's gonna go on. Still none of our business. Child, this is just a mess right here. So now I have a question. Do the people have to fly out where she's located for this court case? Okay, let's break it down. Plane ticket, leave your family, children behind, court, hotel rooms. Don't know how long it's gonna last. Get attorneys to represent them. Child, is it still going on? Is it some more stuff they gotta prepare for? I'm just asking. She did. I guess she got doxxed. I don't. Mm. Why is people doxing people for? For what? You got to be a brave soldier to whip up in somebody's yard that you don't know. You ain't never seen before. You is one brave MF. That's all I got to say to you. Now you bold and brave. I'm trying to figure out where they do that at. Do you know what could be waiting for you when you pull up in somebody's driveway? I mean, what you gonna do? Pull up in said person driveway, sit out there and say, beep beep, I have arrived. Who are you? Marissa's at Candy. It's a kind of hard to move on when folk suing you over nothing. Sending folk alleged private excuse me, y'all, investigators to your home, calling the cops on you, etc. Mm. And it has to be a breaking point somewhere, y'all. Somebody's gonna have to say, I don't want to be caught in this mess no more. I'm just gonna be the bigger person. Say what you will or may. Talk what you want to talk. That's not why I got on YouTube. So I'm gonna stay in the business that I'm trying to get paid from. I mean, can't they just walk away? Get that deaf ear? I don't know who that person is talking to. They're not talking to me. Can't they say something like that? Can't they ignore? Okay, I got another question. Everybody in here has seen this show from day one. Everybody's seen everything that has been talked and said about Mel on this good YouTube street. My opinion is if Mel jumped out and acknowledged and addressed all that mess, y'all, she would probably be in some institution today. Mel is still healing, but it seemed like, I don't know, she just seemed like, I'm sure she has to be still healing because I wasn't married to the clown I was with. And it took me a long, some years, y'all. Whew. It don't go away overnight, y'all, when you go through something like that with somebody. Especially you first don't know what you're dealing with. Mm. Um, Miss Candy says that Maria, I mean, move on from the beefs. The lawsuits are spawning from hurt feelings. Nobody died. It's not that serious. It's like a gang member fighting for turf he does not own. Miss Helen says these people swap too much spit instead of being about that life. People would unalive you these days, child. You didn't know. Miss Faith says, I guess since she a lawyer, she can do what she want to do. Mm. Miss Candy says at Maria, they are doing it to each other. They all take turns getting on their platforms talking about each other, in my opinion, in Miss Candy's opinion. And she's entitled to her opinion, y'all. We all are. I'm not. I'm not on nobody's side. Because when I hear it, I just keep on traveling. I did hit the like button though, but I don't want that stuff in my spirit, y'all. We have enough to deal with on a daily basis without all of that. You gonna add something that you ain't got nothing to do with? I can't see that. Miss Maria says that they did that. They ignored her, and now look, they're being dragged into lawsuits. But I mean, she endangered people by calling cops and sending PIs to the home of single women. Mm. Um, that's all new to me, Miss Maria. I don't know nothing about that. But if that happened, that is endangering people. Absolutely. Miss Candy says life is too short. We all should just get along. I wish I could snap my finger, Miss Candy, and make it happen. I wish I could snap my fingers and make everybody happy. This with the CCs is God's way of shedding light on them. Mm, Miss Healing. Child. Mm, mm, mm. Ah, sometimes it is okay to start over if that's what you have to do. Remove yourself out of a situation. And y'all know what else too? A lot of people may be in this stuff, y'all, and their family members don't even have a clue as to what's really going on or what's what some people got themselves into. It was only a TV show, and a TV show got blown all out of proportion like this. People being sued for millions and millions and millions of dollars. Child, kidding me? If I were you, child, That thing you got, I know, right? I know the day you wish to God you'd have left him alone. You wish you would have left him over there with Kyle. Child, you didn't have no idea this was about to pop out on you. Miss Healing says they are serving that dollar. Miss Maria says that Candy, sadly, some people don't want peace. They live to create chaos. Excuse me, y'all. That is so true. Miss Candy says you are so right at Maria. Mm. Child, we just over here holding a discussion. There's nothing we can do about it, y'all. Pray for them. Pray for everybody that's involved. All of this, all of these people. But my thing is, if you're calling out people, I'm like Mel. Start at the beginning. Start where it started with. Call him out. Say his name. Just say his name. Child. I don't know where these folk got to go for this MS. Um, and how long it's gonna take them to get there? Mm, 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 mm. Can you imagine? First time meeting somebody you engaged with on the internet in a courtroom in person. Ms. Maria says, according to the court paperwork, an innocent party has been dragged into this mess. The woman isn't a CC subby. She has been misidentified. She has had to hire an attorney. My question is why? Ms. Maria, I don't have that answer for you, my love. I don't have the answer. Mm. Y'all, I guess I got back up here because I don't like stuff like that, y'all. I just like for everybody to try. You know, if you can't move on, move around to get along. Um, but me saying that, that's not gonna change anything. That's just a hope that I have for people to do better, want better. I mean, your YouTube channel could be so much success if you just get up there and try to find some content, y'all. I keep saying, and I'm not embarrassed or ashamed about it. Content is scarce right now. It's just like you digging in the haystack for this needle, trying to find something. We all are trying to find something that maybe everybody would kind of like enjoy, but this is not enjoyment. This is not. This is messing with people's livelihood. People, children, everybody in these people families gonna be affected by this mess, y'all. However it goes, that people still gonna be affected. For what? Thank you, Miss Maria. Miss Candy says that sucks at Maria. Mm. Child, like I said, I just hate it for everybody that's involved. This right here was not what I expected to see on this good Monday. I don't know the people that got served and stuff didn't expect it. I guess her uh Kimmy them saying 105 million, now this 10 million. Goodness gracious. Go ahead, let's just make it 500 million then. Can we just make it 500 million? I'm just asking. Oh, child. Mm, trying to get my thing to brighten up soon. Miss Texas Davis says, I thought she was suing CC and CK and Butterball. Baby, she don't went over yonder to Tom Joyner and everybody else. I know not Tom Joyner, y'all. Miss Maria says that healing. I saw that. Miss Stacey Davis, she got the kingdom reign, the reign of the kingdom, Discovery, Warner Brothers, AT, and to the T child. She got some of everybody up in here, honey. She said one way or the other. Wait a minute. Is this $10 million for all of these people, or is it gonna be $10 million per AT&T, $10 million per Discovery, $10 million for Warner? I mean, is it gonna be like that, y'all? Child, I cannot. If that's the case, ooh, child, she must be about ready to retire from being an attorney. I'm just asking for a friend. Um, Miss Candy says that is why LAMH not coming back. All of these lawsuits. Yep, Miss Candy, all of these lawsuits and the darkness of it all. It's just the darkness of it all, y'all. I mean, there's no other way to say it. Mm. Child, what they say, what they say, what they say, make it make sense. Cause this don't make no sense. Don't make no sense to me. It just don't, y'all. None at all. Um, nah. I don't think nobody about to invest in this show. You know, so many people across the YouTube streets and stuff, y'all. They don't want to look at that mess no more. I've had enough. Um, but it's so sad too, y'all. The sad part is sometimes you can hear CCs, some CCs like they have hopeful and they're hoping that it do come back on, still praising certain cast members and all that kind of stuff, you know, and you be like, that ain't what I heard. Where you heard that at? And it just be, I don't know, y'all. It's just the craziest stuff. Sexy Diva says them clear people ain't about to play with her. Miss Maria says that Sexy Diva, she has included several CCs, the Florida Police Department, AT&T, the the Innocent Person, CK, Butterball, Warner, Discovery, Kingdom Reign, pretty much everybody. Miss Candy says even if they do not lose the money to hire, the attorney fee is a lot. Miss Helen says I'm kind of anonymous. I'm kind of anonymous is causing chaos. I guess maybe she's saying I'm tired of anonymous causing chaos. And for anybody that's over here and y'all over here in the bushes being spectators, please make sure you hit that like button. And please, please don't go out of here and say that I said, G said Anonymous T. It is not, for the record, again, it is not her, the content creator. It is not Anonymous T. It's the Anonymous that was a subscriber to people's channel. Um, Miss Candy says lose. Miss Helen says glad. Hmm. But yeah, y'all, I just wanted to come over here and catch y'all and get y'all opinion. It's a praying time, y'all. We gotta keep praying and praying. We ain't got nothing to do with it. I can't tell nobody what to and what not to do. But y'all stand clear, y'all, because I tell you, it'll take a few minutes to get in trouble and the rest of your life to get out of it. Just because you was over there in somebody's chat that may have been, reading the court docs or whatever. Because I'm telling y'all, these people, they're not coming out. They have fake pages and all that kind of stuff. So I hope the people that's involved in it don't even really, y'all, to tell y'all the truth, they shouldn't even get on their channel or nowhere and talk about or they moves or whatever they're gonna do, because you don't know these people in your chat. You do not know these people. Miss Helen says, I'm glad she's causing, oh, she says, I'm glad she's causing chaos with this show. Um, Child, I guess Oprah says, I'm so glad I just have my little percent um in this here own network here, child, because it's a mess. We were just talking about yesterday, Tyler Perry being sued. Now we got this mess right here going on. And we got other stuff going on. We just got the most stuff. I'm like, oh my goodness. Ooh. Mm. I just hope that they sit down for a few seconds, a few minutes or something, and just process it and think it through, and be like, you know what, this is just too much. I'm a cancel all of this. Can she cancel this stuff, y'all? She be like, I just don't want to. Let it go. Miss Candy says Rodney King says, why can't we all just get along? That's what he said, Miss Candy. God knows that's what he said, Miss Candy. We can only hope and pray. That's it, and that's all, y'all. Um, but yeah, I just wanted to hear y'all opinion and see what y'all was thinking. I knew and I know that it's all over the YouTube. You'll probably be hearing it most of the night, throughout tomorrow, the rest of the week, until it goes on and on and on and on. The only court case we was talking about yesterday was looking forward to Martell Holt um court coming up next week, hopefully. That's it, and that's all. But all of this other child, Miss Maria says there are now countersuits being filed. This is not going to end well for her. Mm, 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 mm. I don't know, Miss Maria. I'm gonna ask the question again before I get up off of here. So, is the people gonna have to travel to where she's at? Has anybody heard by her filing the lawsuit, or do anybody know how this will go? She gonna have to come to these people? No, I don't think so. I think the people gonna have to travel to. Is she in Florida, wherever she's at? I think the people gonna have to go there where she's at. And if they go there, y'all, I mean, she's supposed to be a legit attorney. We don't know who she know, what she know, and all of the above, y'all. All I know, the people, all these people, child, that courtroom gonna be jam packed. They got to come with all mojo. They can't leave nothing behind, y'all. Nothing at all. So now another question: Is they gonna have to fly their attorneys out to Florida? Child, is just doing the most. Mm-mm. Miss Maria says, I don't know. They are probably going to have to go to Missouri where she filed. Oh, I thought she lived in Florida. Okay, Missouri. Child. Mm, 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 mm. I'm in Sexy Diva says it's St. Louis. Mm, mm. Well, y'all, I ain't got nothing else. I did let the people know too that the man over there with itty bitty done doxed Mia up in there and all that stuff. Everybody being doxed, everybody being doxed, everybody being doxed and sued. Is that the word for the year? Doxed and sued, doxed and sued, sued and doxed, sued and come on, y'all. We can make up a song, y'all. We might well make some money off of it. Miss Maria says one of the CCs she called the cops on lives in Florida. Oh, I think I kind of remember that. That was kind of like introduced when I first started looking at YouTube. I heard that. I heard the knock at the door and all of that, and I was like, "What is really going on?" I was like, "My goodness." I thought it was a wellness check or something that she was doing on that said person. Though I don't know. Uh, Miss Candace says she has been Skyping on BT's case allegedly. So, so they're trying to add all of this in together. Is that what's being done? Mm, I have no idea. Mm. But anyway, y'all, that's all I got. I just came up here. Y'all, let's pray for these people, everybody that's involved, y'all. Let it be some bright sunshine shine on these people that's got this mess that they gotta, a lot of people gonna probably have to take off from work, losing money and spending money and taking money away. And y'all know if you got a little change saved up somewhere and you get to pulling and tugging on it and you don't never put it back, child, it'll all be dissolved before you can blink your eye good. You be sitting there saying, what the hell? What happened? Um, have the court docs. Okay, Miss Maria. Maria says, thanks for joining the live. Enjoy the rest of your evening until the next time. Love, peace, and grease. Yes, absolutely. Miss Sexy Diva says her case doesn't have anything to do with BT. I didn't think so, Miss Sexy Diva. Miss Science said, I heard a while ago that she is trying to piggyback on BT lawsuit. I heard that too, Miss Sonia. Miss Faith says she better have some big bucks. She going at them big folk that not going to play with her. And on that note right there, y'all, I'm about to get up off of here. Like I said, I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow. I know y'all gonna have Miss Maria says fate that part. I know tomorrow, y'all, Miss Anya says goodbye, everyone. It'll be something else, y'all. And like I said, y'all, as long as we being respectful, I don't have a problem with us talking about stuff, voicing your opinion on it because we all have one, and that's fine. So I'm getting off of here and I'm gonna catch you lovely, amazing people um, on tomorrow. So y'all have a good night. His face says those lawyers going to bankrupt her. Mm. I guess Miss Faith, she thinking she got an ace in the hole. She gonna be down in her neck of the woods, I guess. I don't know. But anyway, I love y'all so much. Y'all stay safe out here on these YouTube streets, cause it's just like driving a car on the freeway or a child. I tell you, be careful out here, y'all. Be careful. I love y'all, and I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one. Y'all have a good night. Bye.